Hello, my loves. How are you today? I just wanted to say how grateful I am that you are here. Pat yourself on the back for being here because I know there's 100 other things that you could be doing right now, listening to, and you're choosing to do something that is good for your mind, body, heart, soul. And that's worth celebrating, okay? It just is. So, without further ado, I'm going to get into everything right away. But before I do, I just wanted to do a little shout out to one of my best friends because she is. Let's just enjoy the sound of this for a second. Oh my God, I'm going to make a mess. She is the reason why that I am able to just keep going. Hear me out. Do you have that thing in your life, that person in your life that just like brings you so much joy? Message them right now and just say, I appreciate you so much for X, Y, and Z. Okay, I met this girl maybe like 6 months ago. I know, maybe not even 6 months ago. And if you know me, and I wonder if you're the same, we keep a tight circle. But I met this girl and I immediately knew that she was going to be one of my lifelong friends. And she messaged me this morning and she like randomly out of the blue, I mean, we text every day, but she said this randomly. She's like, I just wanted to say that I love your last 2 videos. And that meant the world to me because my partner doesn't even watch my own YouTube videos. So it made me think, wow, I am so grateful for that friendship. I'm so grateful for that person who really supports me in my endeavors and takes the time to see what I'm doing in my life. And it just felt really nice. And then I thought about you guys and I thought about how nice it is that you are taking your time out of your day to watch this. I know there's a lot of really good things in here. I know there's a lot of really pivotal moments that you can use in these videos to enhance your life. But time wasted is time never found again. And I am eternally grateful that you are here to watch my videos. And I don't take that lightly. I just wanted to say thank you so much for your love and for your support on my little channel that is growing. Honestly, I wish I took a screenshot. I started with 0 followers, 0 subscribers, 0 videos, and I decided one day to just take a chance on myself because I always wanted to be on YouTube. I always wanted to make videos. I always wanted to be a person of love and light and to share with others and to make others feel really good. I was just always really afraid to do it. And I'm doing it now. It doesn't matter if I don't have upwards of 100,000 or 1,000,000 followers. To me, it matters to me that I reach that person that needs to hear this message the most and it changes their life. It changes something for the better. That to me is such a beautiful thing. If you think about it, like my video, whoever's video is going up on the internet and it could change their life. That to me is the best thing in the world. I'm about to cry. I'm not going to cry. So that leads me into this video and something that has been really heavy on my heart and I'm really excited to share because like I told you before, I want to create a video a day, but I won't create if it doesn't feel authentic and I won't create if it doesn't come from the heart. Last week was really hard because I quit drinking coffee, which was a really good thing. If you're having a lot of anxiety and you're just feeling like overwhelmed, and if you do drink coffee, that might be a good indication that you just need to take a little bit of a break and to love yourself a little bit slightly for that week. It helps significantly, but now I'm down to just 1 thing of coffee a day. I put a load of ice. It melted now. The ice melted, but there was only a little bit in here. I only allow myself literally a cup of coffee a day now, and I feel 1,000,000 times better. And I'm getting in my greens, I'm getting in my water. I don't know if you could tell, but my skin has cleared up significantly. Yes, I've been getting facials, but still. So I just wanted to talk to you about something so important because I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this, or they do talk about it. Actually, a lot of people do talk about this now on YouTube. I feel like it's a trend on YouTube to talk about these things. And I'm almost like, should I go into this topic? Abso-fucking-lutely. Excuse my French. Oh my God, abso-freaking-lutely. And here's why. I'm just going to let you in on a little secret. If you're a creator, you already know. If you're not a creator, you don't know. But YouTube will send you analytics, a weekly report, a monthly report, and it says you should make videos on this. I don't follow that. I'm not going to make videos if I don't feel inclined and moved to make that. But this topic is a really popular topic. So I really wanted this to just be from the heart. I'm not taking notes on this. I just want this to be like a one-on-one thing that is huge. Okay? If you really want to change the course of your life and you really want to change your life, you absolutely can. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are not talented enough, if that makes sense. You have a reason. You have a purpose. Everybody does. Even if you don't feel like you do, you are here for a reason. And even if you feel like that reason is insignificant or whatever the case is, I just want you to know something. You are worthy and you are loved. And you can change the course of your life. You can do anything that you set your mind to. And I know your mother or your father maybe told you that when you were younger. Maybe they didn't. And if they didn't allow me to be that person to tell you, you can do whatever you want, obviously within reason. But I hope that you dream, and I hope that you explore, and I hope that you take a chance on yourself, because hello, we only have one life. And I know that sounds very cliche, but it's true. We only have one life. It was maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago, when I realized I wanted to take a real chance on myself. Now, I don't know when you're going to get to that point in your life. I don't know if you've already gotten there. I don't know if you've already done it, but I want to share a few things with you that I wish I knew, and things that might seem like, oh yeah, duh, but I just want to share them with you again. So I'm going to start from the very beginning. I wanted to change my life. I wanted a huge change. I didn't care what it looked like. I didn't care who it was with. I didn't care where I went. So that's what prompted me into getting in a serious relationship years ago, which led me into my marriage, which I had no business getting into in the first place. My only marriage. I'm saying my first marriage, what? My only marriage. I moved to Hawaii. I dropped out of college. I left my car behind. I left my friends behind. I left my family behind. And I wiped my hands clean of this life for that life. And what I didn't realize, and what most people don't realize, is that's not how things work. You don't just up and move and things change. Your scenery might change. Your friend group might change. You know, there's going to be change, but you can't just expect your life to radically change once you move or once you make a big dramatic decision. You go with you everywhere you go. And I want you to know this because I didn't know that. Or maybe I did know that. Maybe I didn't know that. But subconsciously I thought, oh, I'm moving. I have a new relationship. I have this new, everything's going to change. Absolutely not. Things did change. I got into a relationship I had no business getting into. And I'm sharing this with you because I want you to understand the importance behind this. I dropped out of college, I left my friends and family here, and I had huge repercussions. Am I thankful for that experience? Absolutely. I'm thankful for every experience I have in my life because I'm always the type of person that needs to learn it first to understand it, which is not always a good thing, but I went through a lot. And I wonder if you've gone through it a lot too, where you make this crazy decision and you think it's all going to be rainbows and butterflies. It's not. The grass is not always greener, okay? And I just want you to know something. If nothing changes in here, nothing changes in your external world. The real change happens in you first. Your thought patterns need to change. Your eating habits need to change. Your relationship with yourself absolutely needs to change because that is the foundation of every other relationship. If you want real change, you need to change what's inside your heart. You need to change the thoughts you have. You need to change the things you listen to, the things you eat, the things you consume. And I don't mean just consuming food-wise. I mean consuming on every level. This might sound crazy. It might sound woo-woo, but it's science. And it's proven and it's backed, okay? Everything is consumption. What you watch on TV, the vibrations around you, the state of your home, everything. Okay, so when I realized that when I was on an island away from all of my friends, all of my family, everything I've ever known, I realized, oh my God, what did I do? Yes, I changed my life, kind of. But those things and those problems and that mindset and that way of life followed me there. And then I had to fix that alone on an island with very young children. So I moved back here. I got my divorce, and I literally started from the ground up. And when I say from the ground up, sweetie, I mean from the ground up. I just want you to know something really quickly. Don't always believe what you see on social media. Don't even believe what you see on my social media. The grass is not always greener, and what you see is not always what you get. And I'm just being honest with you. People are really good at painting a certain, presentation online. And I'm giving you the real raw truth because I want you to change your life. But you can't change your life if you don't understand these fundamental things and what's in here first. I moved back here with no car because I told you, remember, I sold my car before I moved. I had no car. My license was expired. I had no license. I had no job, obviously. The job I had in Hawaii, I really wanted to do here, but it was like hours away from where I lived. So, and I don't even think they had a position open in that corporate company. What else did I not have? I had no furniture because we sold all the furniture. We sold all the furniture before coming back here. Most of it, I'd say 90% of it. Like we had, bed frames, but that's basically it. Literally. And my clothes, I had clothes and a bed frame and like a coffee maker. Maybe a couple plates, maybe a couple forks, maybe a couple spoons. I had to rebuild my entire life because I decided to make a decision of moving to another, well, it's not another country. Hawaii is part of America, but I chose to make such a dramatic change and without thinking. And I was in my early 20s. So I'm not telling you to not be adventurous. I'm not telling you to not take fun chances and live life, because let me tell you something, I don't regret that because I have my two beautiful older sons out of that situation and a few really good, I call them Ohana sisters that will always be my friend. And it was awesome living in Hawaii and experiencing Hawaii and everything like that. So I'm not telling you to not take chances on your life and to do fun things because things aren't always going to work out. But in those situations, you're going to learn a lot of lessons. And if those lessons are hard lessons, you're going to start right back at square one with nothing or a little something. So I got back here, I picked up the pieces, and I just had to make the best with what I had, and I rebuilt my life. And I realized, wow. So me and my partner got divorced. I was alone in an apartment with two babies, all alone because that person moved away, very far away, to another state. I was in a town where I knew nobody. Now I've been here for like 4 years now, and I know some people here. I was basically alone. And I had two choices, and so do you. You have two choices. And I've always had two choices, and you've always had two choices. Because I know I've shared a little bit about my childhood, but in my childhood, I always had two choices. Same applies to you. You have to choose the narrative for your life. You have two choices. You could either be grumpy and sulk and just be a miserable person and you're a victim, or you could choose to be happy, positive, and keep fighting and keep going no matter what, and say, you know what, this is all going to make sense one day, and I'm okay with that making sense one day. I don't need to know all the answers right now. It'll make sense one day. And I think that I've always had that mindset is I don't need to know the answers right now, but I know it's going to work out for the best, and I trust what's going to happen. And I'm thankful that I have that mindset, because if you want to change your life, you can't serve two masters. You can't serve a low vibrational thought pattern, woe is me victim mentality, and serve the I trust God, I trust the universe, everything's going to work out for my good, I'm divinely loved and protected. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to lie to you. I fall short too of having a bad moment or having a bad day where I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. That's okay, sweetie. I promise that's okay. It's normal to like feel like like that. But overall, you cannot serve two masters. Okay, I want to share something with you too. Very early on, I realized that I got my journal out. And if you're not big into journaling, that's fine. Get a piece of paper. Get a piece of paper right now. And write down in the middle, if you're a man, obviously, who is he? Draw a circle in the middle of the paper and put who is he. Or if you're a woman, obviously, who is she? And if you identify as a potato, put who is the potato, okay? Are you a sweet potato? Are you French fries? What are you? Are you a loaded baked potato? I identify as a potato. I always have before all of this happened, which is why I'm in a potato sack today. I identify as a potato, a sweet potato, which is also why sometimes I'm orange. Oh my God. It's funny because it's true. Okay. Who is he? Who is she? What does she look like? What does she wear? What are her values? Where does she work? Might I keep going? What does she consume? What does she read? What are the words that come out of her mouth? What does she do for work? How much money does she make? Oh, I want you to get so very specific on those things. Who is she? Who is he? I'm gonna bring you a little bit closer. Come on in. No, too close. Who, see my paintings? I want to repaint those. Maybe we should repaint those together. They're too dark. Look. Anyways, who are you? I want you to get so disgustingly clear on who you are, because I want you to look at this every single day. I'm not talking about, I'm a loser, I don't make enough money. No, nothing negative. Okay, wipe that shit clean. We're not doing anything negative. I'm talking about all the positive things. Who is the best version of you? Write that down. And if you don't know who that is, here's a little trick that I was told once. If you have, and I say this lightly, if you have an influencer who you really like and look up to, what about them do you look up to? Their clothes, their values, their vision, their mission, their goal, whatever it is, in a positive thing. Not like, oh, they've got a lot of money. Honestly, I'm okay with that, because maybe that will drive you to change your life. Put it down there if you don't know who the better version of you is. And look at this every single day. Maybe make a few copies, put one in your car, put one in your bathroom, put one in your kitchen, put one in your bedroom. Look at it every single day. I did that. I wanted to change my life. I didn't want to be a broke, single mom living in an apartment with 2 little boys, with no friends, no money, no business, with a victim mentality for the rest of my life, because I realized that could be my reality. It could have been my reality. That could still be my reality. But I chose, like I said, the positive, the strong, the I don't need to understand right now because I will understand one day mentality. And I'm going to fight, and I'm going to give it my all. And I just want you to know that you can do the same thing. No matter where you are in your life right now, you can change it all. You don't have to stay where you are. You don't have to keep doing the same job, profession, career, whatever you're doing right now. You don't have to do that if it's not bringing you joy. You just don't. There's a book I recommend to everyone. I'm going to put my book links below. I think it's in every video because they're just so fundamental for your growth. It's The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. Oh my God. One of my favorite ones is, I wish I had the courage to live a life that I was excited about. I'm almost certain that's what it is. That's the quote. I'm a little off, but go check out the book. Go read the book because it will change your life forever. Do you really want to get to the end of your life regretting because you're never going to get to go back. And I heard this the other day and I was like, oh, I don't like that. I wish I never heard that, but I'm happy I did. What if right now is all we have? Look, I do believe in God. I do believe in the universe. I do believe in a lot of things, but when this was said, I was like, oh my God, what if right now is all we'll ever have? Just right now. I can't get back the last 20 minutes I was filming. All I have is right here in this moment, and the next moment, and the next moment, and the next moment. But what if this is all we have? What if this is it? What are you going to do with the time that you have? Who are you going to be? What are you going to leave behind? What are the lessons you're going to teach your children? What are the traditions you're going to leave behind for generations? What are the chains you want to break in your family lineage? What do you want to do with your life? It's possible. Write it down. Do little goals every single day to get to the big picture. That's how this all works. If you see people walking down the street and they've got this and that, and you're like, oh, you're just a show off, or oh, maybe, but maybe they worked really hard for that. Maybe their parents broke chains that your parents didn't, or that you didn't, or whatever. I grew up in an interesting household with my mother. No shade, but shade. We're human and we make mistakes, but I remember seeing her, get mad at people with money and get mad at people in love. And I'd be like, why are you so upset about their life? Why don't you just focus on your own stuff? Like, ew, stop. But there are people out there like that. They see a guy driving down the street with his G-Wagon and his Rolex, and they're like, oh, daddy's money. Yeah, what if it is daddy's money? Who cares? His dad or his grandfather or whoever down the line broke the chain of being broke and eating crumbs, and he changed the course of his life for his family. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's you. And if you're in a bad relationship right now, you have the chance to not be in that relationship or fix it, because this generation is so fixed on what's next, what's next. Why don't you just stay and fix it? I say that lightly because I was in a really not great relationship and I was like, should I stay and fix it or should I just move on? And for me, it was absolutely move on. There is no fixing that. I support you. I'm here for you, whatever that looks like. Truly. I've been there and I've done that. I'm not saying I'm this old wise wizard who's like, I know everything, but I know a few things. And I want to take the few things that I know and guide you to the next level because you deserve it. I don't think you believe that you deserve it, or maybe you do believe that you deserve it. I want you to hold on to that belief like it's the last fucking thing that you're going to ever hold on to in your life. Hold on to it for your dear life, and you fight for the things that you deserve, because you can change your life, but you cannot serve two masters. You cannot have, you can't be yin and yang. You can only be one thing. What is your opinion? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? Who do you want to show up as? And show up as that person every single day. And it's not about big dramatic changes. It's not about the big change. It's about the little itsy bitsy baby things every single day. That will all add up, I promise you, but you have to take the baby steps. So also, I think I was saying this before, is changing the things that you're listening to, the things that you're watching and everything like that. Those are going to be the biggest changes you're going to make because it's the hardest pattern to break out of. You might be in a pattern of going out and drinking with your friends. Is that really benefiting you in any shape, way, and form? Probably not. You eating at 10 o'clock at night, I'm preaching to the choir, a whole tub of ice cream. Is that benefiting your life? Absolutely not. You listening to 50 Cent in the club every time you get in the car, is that benefiting your life? Probably not. Preaching to the choir. I'm telling you what I do. I'm telling you exactly what I do because I want to hold myself accountable to me and to you. This is not a one-way street here. I'm also working on my life every single day. I am not perfect. I am not anywhere where I want to be. I'm thankful for where I am. I'm thankful for my journey. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful that you're here, but I am growing too. Listen to podcasts. Every time you get into the car, learn something new. You have devices that can teach you different languages and show you different places. Like if you're like, oh, I really want to go to Italy, but I can't afford it. Fucking go on YouTube and type in Italy, exploring Italy, and just like do it that way. And envision yourself going there. So that way one day you can go there and be like, I manifested this. I prayed for this for so long and now I'm here. save up a little bit every single day to get there, but motivate yourself by watching that video. It could be with anything. I want to run a business. I want to do this or that. But whatever you want to do, put on a podcast, put on something helpful. Don't just flip through the same songs and the same music you've been listening to for years. Really invest into yourself. Think about it, the things you're listening to, the way you treat other people. Instead of waking up, I know this is cliche, but instead of waking up and choosing violence, choose kindness. The next time you want to cuss somebody out, don't cuss them out. I shared this in my last video and I'm going to share it in every single one. I started doing this and it did change my life and it changed a lot of things. It's two things, but I'm going to, whatever. The one thing is the most important one. Actually, they're both important. Whenever I want to like freak out on someone, and this is so funny, I just thought of my friend. Whenever someone would like get road rage with her, she had this pink beetle at the time. Someone would like flick her off and she'd be like, hi. She was like the friendliest person ever, but like, how do you get mad at someone that's genuinely happy and genuinely sweet? She didn't lower her vibration for anybody, and she hasn't, and that's who she is. And I think it's so beautiful and so admirable. Shout out to my girlie. I love her so much. I want to talk about her after this. I'm going to make that mental note. But what I chose to do, this is a couple months ago, whenever I felt like I wanted to get mad at someone or say something or whatever the case is, whether I'm walking into the store or if I'm driving in traffic and someone's angry, looks angry, whatever it is, I say in my head, I'm sending them love and light. I'm sending you love and light. I am. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you need right now. I don't know how you're feeling. I don't know anything about your life other than you look miserable. And I feel for you. It's not going to affect me, but I feel for you and I'm sending you love and light. I have hiccups. That's a good sign. I think that's good luck. Another thing I started to do is if people were projecting onto me in any shape, way, or form, in any situation you can apply this, is, I know this sounds crazy, but hear me out and it works. I am rubber, you are glue, whatever you say bounces off of me and bounces right back to you. Return to sender, no thank you, sending it back with love. I do that in every single situation where I'm like, that doesn't feel right. And I'm telling you, it makes a hell of a difference because it kind of makes me feel like a child again, but also I'm like getting rid of that gross energy that I don't want. No thanks. That's for you. And the third thing that I started doing, I started off with one thing and I'm like, I have so many things that I've done over my, in the past year that have really, really helped. And it does change my life. And I want you to change your life too. And these little things go a long way. I pinky promise you. Get your sticky notes out and write these things down. I swear to God, I'm going to have to start making sticky notes. I say it in every video, but I have to do it. Have a gratitude list. Have a freaking gratitude list. Count your blessings. It's cliche. All of this is cliche, but count your blessings, because our brains want to focus on the negative and not on the positive. And there are so many things in this past month alone, last month alone, that have been an absolute blessing that we forget about. Count your blessings. Remember the blessings. Remember all the good things that have happened, because goodness is all around. We just have to look for it. And the more that you look for the goodness and the grace and the gratitude, the more that comes in. What you focus on will multiply. Okay? And when you get in a state of love and light, I'm sending you love and light. And in a state of, no, I don't accept that for me, I'm sending it back to you, but with love, like, no thanks, like, and you stay in this vibrational state of like happiness and kindness and joy and gratitude. I just want you to know a secret, and it's not really a secret. You don't manifest what you want, you manifest who you are. And everybody says that now, and that's fine, because I want it to get stuck in your head. I want that to get stuck in your head. Because if you choose to be grumpy and flip people off and, everything sucks and bleh, then everything sucks. If you say everything sucks, then everything sucks. Like, you are really the dictator of your moods and emotions. You really are. And don't let your moods and emotions win. Just rise up, grow up, rise up, and be better, because you can. If you really want to change your life, everything I'm saying, it is 100% possible. When I was going through my divorce and I was, in a really bad spot in my life, I did all of these things and it helped. I did a little bit at a time, and I might have not known, like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, I didn't know, like, big picture what I was doing, but subconsciously I did all these things and it helped so much. And it does something for you when you're able to operate from a place of love and happiness and kindness rather than operating in a place of stress and chaos. Life is stressful as it is. Life is hard as it is. Why make it worse by being grumpy and upset and angry? And I'm not saying you're not allowed to have emotions, because I get upset, I get angry, I get pissed off, but like after, I'm like, I really have nothing to freak out about because I'm alive, I have air in my lungs, and I have my health. So thank God. So what are you grateful for right now? What are a few things that you're grateful for, you're thankful for? What are some of the blessings that have come into your life? What are some of the things that you just find so absolutely miraculous that have happened to you? And if you can't think of anything, why don't you just start with you are alive. You're alive and you have a device. You're watching this video right now. You have the money to pay for that device. You know, start with the little things. Add it up. You can absolutely change your life, and it is not as hard as you think, but your mind wants you to think that it's really hard because that's just normal to our primal bodies. But don't let it win. I want you to take control of your life. Ew, it doesn't taste good watered down. See, I'm probably going to throw this away, which is good. Yeah, no, it's not good anymore. So that is what I have for you today. And I hope that you loved it. And I hope that you got something out of it. And I hope that you feel peace. And I hope that you feel comfort. And I hope that you know that you are so loved and you are so like awesome. And I'm so happy you're here. I want to build up this channel and have a whole community within a community and just get to know every single one of you. And yeah, just like be able to navigate life, because life is really beautiful. And it's also really short. And I want you to get the best out of it. And I don't want you to think that you're stuck. Wherever you are, you're not stuck. Everything is a choice. Every single thing is a choice. Remind yourself of that. Every single thing is a choice. What you wear, how you present yourself, how you show up, the state of your mind, the state of your being. Are you going to invest in yourself? Are you going to invest time in yourself? Are you going to meditate today? Are you going to flick people off? Are you going to scream at everyone you walk by? Are you going to have a grumpy puss on your face? Are you going to eat healthy? Are you going to eat crappy? Are you going to what? It doesn't, everything, every single thing is a choice, but every single choice has a reaction, has a consequence. So what consequence do you want? Do you want happiness, joy, awesomeness, money, a new life? Or do you want the same old dance, same old crap, same old baloney, same old blah, 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 same old thought patterns, same old crappy everything? Everything is a choice. Everything. Anyways, I'm going to let you go. You are so loved, and I'll see you in the next video.